Man, what's going on, fam? Y'all know what it is. Big Brother John, a.k.a. Silverback. Just wanted to give you a reprieve from all the drama, give you a reprieve from all the stress, giving you a reprieve from all the anger, bitterness, and emotionalism that's running through these social medias. You know, that's running through Facebook, that's running through Instagram, that's running through even live television that we watching every day. Let me explain something to you. It's easy to be emotional. The most easiest thing to be is emotional. The most easiest thing to be is angry. The most easiest thing to be is frustrated. But I'm noticing throughout my life, the hardest thing is to become proactive. The hardest thing on this planet is to become proactive. Because long as you have someone or something to blame, you have a reason to sit down. You have a reason to say slurs. You have a reason to argue. You have a reason to fight. You have a reason to point the finger. But you know, I've been blessed to be on this earth for over 50 years now. And I went to a convention years ago. I went to a Baptist convention down Hampton years ago, and was blessed to hear some strong orators, some strong people. But the most powerful thing that stood out to me was when the brother said, let's put the religion and this, you know, this spiritual, let's put this stuff to the side and let us teach you young men that are now part of ministry the true understanding of civil rights, the true understanding of the plight of our culture and our people. And it blew my mind how me as a young man then used to say how the older people sold us out or where are they at, or they pointing the finger at us. But I learned something that's going to blow your mind. I hear so much anger from the young adults that have been through black colleges or African-American colleges or colleges of color. I hear the millenniums talking about social economic injustice and political injustice and structural economic and corporate injustice. And I want to bless you today. I want to bless those that are younger than me today. I want to bless you. The school that you attended, that all black college or university you attended, actually was built and financed by pennies and nickels. Look at the history of whatever college you went to and noticed that it was people that were going to church that was tithing, that wanted a better education for their children, did not want to keep begging no other culture to do what was best for their children, nor their grandchildren. They thought past their own children. They thought to their grandchildren, to the next generation. And this is not no religious in the window in no way, but people back then learned that it's not about, it's not about me. It's not about whatever. Once we as a community and a culture understand that it is not about us, that it is about those who's coming after us, we will have a different drive. We will have a different personality. When you start a company or a corporation and you think about how your grandchildren are going to be affected, it makes you go into business differently. When you think about education and how it will affect your great-grandchildren, you teach your children the importance of education now. So it can bleed to not to your daughter's generation or your son's generation, but to your great-grandchildren's generation. And I understand what's going on. And I'm not saying you shouldn't march. I'm not saying you shouldn't protest. I'm not saying these things. But at the end of the day, because they ready to green light everybody, you ready to go back outside, you ready to go party. Because it blew my mind that we was in this virus thing and everybody was trying to go from here, Virginia, to get liquor, to go back home, to sell it to the people. Everything was around emotions and feeling good and suppression of anger by drinking or drugging, or let's have a live party. When downtime comes, listen to me. When downtime comes, now it's time to plan. And I want to share something with you because my heart is hurting because I had to talk to a young brother yesterday. And he didn't understand why I am so hard. I'm no nonsense. Nobody has to help you. Nobody has to pour into your life. Nobody has to tell you to go get an education. I don't care what you've been through. No one owes you nothing. But don't have that attitude and that personality, please, out of anger. Just understand that you must get up every day and have a plan. Make sure it's your plan. Just one plan at a time. Brush your teeth, pray, do some push-ups, and go meet my goal. Your goals and your plans are two different things. A little emotional because I had to talk to a young black man. So it's bothering me how social media and those in leadership in social media are not teaching our young people that they can plan, that they can have a goal 4 years from now and reach it. That everything is not microwaved or instant, but you have to pay a price to have what you have. So I got on here just to say, I learned that at Hampton, that my great-great-grand people put pennies together and nickels together so I could go to school. But I was so angry and frustrated, I went to the street and sold drugs to my own people because I didn't know my history. I'm asking people to start using Instagram and Facebook as tools of just teaching. Just teach for 2 minutes. Something as small as that we bought universities with pennies and nickels. It's in history. It's a proven fact. If somebody didn't want to let us go in a restaurant, we went and bought one and created our own restaurant. Nobody didn't want to watch your children while you went to school. We opened up our own daycares. And these is off people that was not educated. My father graduated to 5th grade. There was at a time there wasn't no 12th grade. Look at our history. You graduated to 5th grade, went to the fields, and you worked. And those people bought homes, even though they was redlining, even though they had Jim Crow, and they had penitentiary, even though they had civil rights, even they had a racial divide in this country, our people still grew. So explain to me now that you have far and beyond the advancements in technology of what our people died for and were murdered for. You could get Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Tesla cars, BMWs, Maseratis, $30 million a year to play basketball, $150 million a year to play baseball. All this money, all this finances, and we're still back to square one. And I'm going to tell you why. And you allowed to hang up, you allowed to get upset, you allowed to get into your feelings. Because we don't stick together. Because we don't invest in each other. Where we are right now in our culture is not because of no white man. Yep, the systemic structure was never made for you. Talking about the system is broken. The system is not broken. The system was set up for a certain group of people to make it in this land called the United States of America. We just happen to be blessed to be freed. Yeah, we were freed. And in the midst of being free, why aren't we doing better than our grandparents? Why? Why ain't you doing better than your great-great-granddad that couldn't read? Why ain't you doing better than your mom and dad that graduated from the 9th grade and bought homes and had cars and made it out to projects and made it out of poverty areas? Sometimes you have to take the responsibility on yourself. I'll never forget, over 20-something years ago, I left the penitentiary because I did crimes against my own culture and community. And I can blame the dear white man. Okay, I don't got no planes. I don't got no trains. I don't manufacture guns. But I on sure had drugs and guns in my trunk. In that same energy I learned when I left the penitentiary over 20 years ago. I left with a pair of brown state boots and 3 penitentiary sweatsuits. And I just remember telling myself, no matter what I need to do, I'm not going back there. By any means necessary, I'm going to do any and everything to be a success before my son, to be a success before my family. And my nephews just watching Big Brother John. And I cleaned toilets, feces. And I took the slants of name calling. And I went to the pro office every day for almost 3 months because I was on 10th parole. I went to the bathroom 3 times a week in a little bottle. Now, these are the things I did because I took ownership of where my life was. So I want to let you use me. If you don't got no felon, don't get one. If you don't feel like paying child support, you better wake up and pay it. You have to learn to be, this system is not broken. Stop listening to people. You don't have to be twice as smarter. You don't have to be twice as stronger. You just have to stick together. Stop telling your daughters and your sons you got to be twice as smart and twice. That's a lie. Imagine if we stuck together and opened up them new corner stores again and had our own daycares and sat down at the table with your daughter or your son or your grandbaby when they come home with that homework. Where our culture would be. I'm going to tell you right now, you can march, you can protest all you want. No disrespect. But if you ain't going to put your feet to the fire, you are doing nothing but wearing out the soles of your shoes. It just blows my mind how I hear all these educated young folks, degrees and been to college, and you still using the blame game. No, make this society different for those who's coming behind you like the grandparents did. That's why brothers don't deal with me. I'm not trying to hear about no white man, Oriental man, or Indian man, or no black man. I create a tribe of where I give, and if I see you a taker, I cut you off. You don't like it, so what? But my tribe is givers, and we give. Brothers, stop helping these young girls and these young sisters because you want to get between their legs. Stop it. Sisters, stop helping different individuals because they your homegirl or they got a purse or you can get over. Just help them to help them. I don't buy what they wear. I spend my money with a lot of businesses. I don't wear their shoes. I don't wear their clothes. I don't even drive the cars but I'll advertise for them. If you can't do nothing else, at least post them and bless them. But this marching thing and trying to use a reason why you can't be successful, don't listen here. Big Brother John gonna be, as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna call you a sucker. Because how could you let somebody like me with 5 felonies, about 100 misdemeanors, have a better life than you and you ain't never been in trouble? Help me. Help me. How can I do better than you? At least use me. Use me. You want to talk about me like a dog. Yeah, that Negro got a homicide. Yeah, he killed people. Man, talk about a drug dealer. Talk about me. But explain to me how my life can be better than yours. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I cleaned that feces in that toilet when I first came home. I let them throw feces on the floor. I let them urinate all over the toilet. But I kept my job because I had a vision. And the vision was no matter what I needed to do, I'm going to stay out here and be an example to those around me. I don't have one nephew that's locked up. I came home before I had my daughter. I had my son and my nephews. I picked them up every weekend. And they stayed with me, and I put fear in them. If I catch you on the corner, just remember, your homies can't help you. And I spent my time with my nephews, and I spent my time with their friends. And I kept them with me. So many of us think you need an organization, you need a nonprofit. Why you trying to pimp our people? You don't need a nonprofit to help no young brother on the street, no young sister on the street. You don't need no nonprofit. First of all, you should be trying to get a profit so you can put some new shoes on their feet. So you can put a little throwback on their back. So you can put a little purse on young sis when she make her straight A's. What you got to be a nonprofit for? Everything in life should be for profit. You take a breath, right? And you jog, your body start looking healthy. That's called a profit. We got to start spinning these people that keep trying to push these nonprofits on our community. You want profit. You want businesses. You want your LLC. You want to be a business owner so you can do some write-offs and hustle the system. Yeah. But why you think that these people incorporate so they can hustle the system? So they can have a tax write-off, so you can have a nice car. And you can lease a nice car for 2 and 3 years and not hardly pay anything because it's a write-off for your business. So stop pushing this. Let's march and protest and start pushing this entrepreneur spirit so we can separate ourselves and start pushing ourselves up. I'm hurt, man. The brother was mad at me because I told him, he after all the arguing and fighting and hollering at me, I said, what do you want? At the end of the day, what do you want? You want a Tesla? Work it. Work your butt off. She can get the Tesla. You want the sister that's thick and pretty? She ain't messing with you and you broke. All these beautiful sisters out here ain't dealing with you and you broke. Unless they broken. A broken sister go date you and let you be her son. You don't know she treating you like her son, but that's what she giving you money to get your weed. She giving you money to get your 40. She put shoes on your feet. You her son, dude. I'm sorry, I got too much pride for a woman to put money in my pocket. I'm sorry, I'm one of the men that got too much pride. But my boo, she got to have the best shoes. Because that's what I do, was raised as a man. A man take care of the woman. Talking about build an empire together. How could you build an empire together and she taking care of you? How could she be a queen and you still a prince? Sis, how could you be a queen and you dealing with a prince? Sis, bruh. So now that we done marching and busting windows and looting, what we gonna do? You gotta come together, and I'm telling anybody that's listening to me right now, because I'm getting out, because I just don't believe this. I just don't believe it. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Just listen to Brother John. Come on, man. My man Chris Bay got out of penitentiary 20-something years ago. My man Chris Bay asked me what I need. I asked him for $52.50. See, that's how old I am. That's when you could get a monthly bus pass. Got a monthly bus pass. I let all the doors slam on my face, but one open. And look where I am now. Yakety-dack. That's all I wanted to tell you. I wanted to show you some love. Yeah, I went through hell, but you got to forget, I created a criminal record for myself. So I had to learn how to distance myself away from my old self. And you can't do that lickety-split. It takes time to reinvent yourself. It takes time for people to trust you again. It takes time for the system to let you get your way in, because your felony has already destroyed so much of your life. You can do something today and it destroy 30 years of your life. Just tell your young brothers, tell these young, you can do a crime today and it destroy you for 30 years. It took me 20 years to get myself back together. And I'm never going to blame no white man for what I did. Never. I made a conscious choice. So brothers and sisters, y'all, man, listen, even my age or older, if you want to start a company, start it. If don't nobody want to support you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because there's going to be people like me that will. Yeah, there's a bunch of me. We call tribe. We tribing right now. We come from a tribe. We come from clans. We stick together. If they ain't tribing with you, they ain't part of your tribe. Stop putting for some people in your tribe. That's how half of my homies are not here no more, because they put people on they shouldn't have put on. You letting people eat at the table. You letting too many Judases on the team. If you ain't learned nothing from the Bible, one Judas destroyed everything. You don't see what Judas did? One. Y'all sit at the table with 6 and 7 Judases. Y'all eating with 6 and 7 Judases. They filling up their purse and watching yours empty. They filling up their wallet and watch yours empty. No, you make your own tribe. Create your own family. Because somebody got the same mom and dad, you don't mean they're your family? Create your own family. What's wrong with us when we learn this stuff? That's why Big Brother John said this every time I'm on here. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And my love come with action. Love is an action. It's a verb. Look it up. We say that word too much. If you love the person that's trying to get on, help them get on. And if they love you, they're going to help you get on. I just want you to enjoy your day and understand that too many people, too many of our ancestors have showed us how to become successful. What I need you to do, go on these little computer you got on YouTube or Facebook and look how they built their own wealth. You allowed to be wealthy. You allowed to have a Bentley. But don't you use other people to get it, because the way you get it is the way you lose it, baby. The way you get your wealth is the way you lose your wealth. So if it don't got no solid foundation, you in trouble. If you built it to use people, all them people you use, you better hope they all stay under your feet. Because when they pop their head up and be able to roll over and get back on their feet, they coming for you. That's why I'm pleasant, man. I go anywhere I want in the world in this country, man. Can't nobody say Big Brother John took it. Can't nobody say I took their money. Can't nobody say I slept with their wife. I love it. Can't nobody say I slept with their daughter. Can't nobody say I abused their son. I take pride in what my life is now. Because I earned that name, Big Silverback. Yeah, Silverback. Because at the end of the day, I'm smiling all day. But after I have to correct you because you coming at me incorrectly and you coming crooked, I'm going to straighten you up. Yeah, I'm going to straighten you up. I'm trying to be calm because I'm emotional. I'm just emotional. Young brothers and sisters don't nobody owe you nothing. If you ain't willing to grind, then go ahead and live with your mama. Live in the back room. Live on the couch. Don't be blaming nobody because you don't got nothing. It's because you don't want nothing. And if you don't like what I'm saying, tough. Get a little water and let that thing go down dry. But Big Brother John love you. If you want to use anybody example, use me. A literate, low-down, drug-dealing murderer. And you come to me and tell me you can't make it? I'm sorry, man. You got to go to grandma with that bull crap. You got to go to mommy with that bull crap. You got to go to your boo that you got strung out on that thing between your legs, bro, with that bull crap. Sis, you got to go to your boo that just strung out between them, with that bull crap. There's too much money out here. And money's not the root. It's the love of money. I don't love money, but I know one thing. My life is better than it was when I was broke. I'm going to leave you with that. My life is way better than I was broke because brokenness makes you desperate. Broke will have you do anything and everything to get it. But once you bring yourself to the point where you have a foundation where your money's flowing and you can invest not only in you and other people, your life going to change. So Big Brother John, aka Silverback, is telling you I love you, tribe up. Change the narrative. Learn what our families did. And I love you. I love you. I just love you, man. For real. Peace.